Welcome back, fellow Stoics. Most men don't age because of time. They age because of their choices. They wake up one day, look in the mirror and wonder, when did I start looking so tired? When did I lose my edge? The truth is, it didn't happen overnight. It was slow, subtle, and entirely their own doing. The Stoics understood something modern men have forgotten. Aging isn't just a biological process. It's a consequence of how you live. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire well into his old age, maintaining sharpness and resilience until his last breath. Seneca wrote some of his greatest works later, proving that a disciplined mind never grows old. But look around today. Most men are wasting away. Not because of time, but because of bad habits that drain their energy, weaken their bodies, and dull their minds. The good news? You can stop this process. You can take back control. Welcome to Virtual Stoic, where men learn to master their minds, sharpen their discipline, and build an unshakable foundation in life. Today we're exposing 13 bad habits that are making you age faster. Habits that weaken your body, steal your mental clarity, and make you less of the man you were meant to be. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll recognize at least a few of these habits in your own life. The question is, will you have the discipline to eliminate them? Let's start. Number 1. Chasing dopamine instead of meaning. Imagine a man waking up in the morning. Before his feet even hit the floor, he grabs his phone and starts scrolling. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. His brain floods with dopamine before he's even done anything meaningful. This man is already losing. Stoicism teaches us to control our desires, but modern life is designed to make you a slave to them. Junk food, mindless entertainment, porn, video games. Each one gives you a quick hit of pleasure but leaves you weaker, less focused, and more restless. Seneca warned against being enslaved by desire, because he knew what most men don't. The more you chase pleasure, the more it controls you. The ancient Stoics pursued meaning, not cheap thrills. They understood that true satisfaction doesn't come from consuming. It comes from creating, from building, from mastering yourself. The more you give in to these dopamine traps, the more you weaken your discipline. And when discipline fades, you age, physically and mentally. Your motivation drops. Your energy disappears. You look in the mirror and don't recognize the man staring back. So ask yourself, how much of your life is spent chasing dopamine instead of purpose? How many hours do you lose every day to things that make you feel good for a moment, but leave you empty afterward? The solution is simple but brutal. Cut the excess. Delete the apps wasting your time. Replace passive entertainment with active learning. Trade instant gratification for long-term fulfillment. A strong man doesn't chase pleasure. He builds a life so meaningful that he doesn't need it. Number 2. Sleeping like an amateur. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, wrote in Meditations about the struggle of getting out of bed. Even though he felt the pull of comfort, he didn't give in. He reminded himself, I have to go to work, as a human being. And you? You hit snooze 5 times. You stay up late watching useless content, scrolling through your phone, and poisoning your sleep with artificial light and stimulation. Then you wake up groggy, sluggish, and already behind. That's how amateurs live. Poor sleep isn't just about feeling tired. It wrecks your testosterone, speeds up aging, and weakens your discipline. Your skin looks dull, your brain slows down, and your energy levels crash. Every hour of missed sleep is a step closer to an early decline. The solution? Become ruthless about your sleep. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. No excuses. Cut screen time an hour before bed. Your phone is the enemy of deep sleep. Treat your mornings like a battlefield. Wake up with purpose and no hesitation. The Stoics understood that discipline starts the moment you open your eyes. If you can't even get out of bed like a man, how do you expect to control anything else in your life? Fix your sleep and you'll fix more than just your energy. You'll reclaim your strength, your clarity, and your edge. Number 3. Letting stress control you. Picture this. 2 men face the same crisis. One panics, overthinks, and lets his emotions take over. The other stays calm, analyzes the situ and action, and moves forward with logic. Same problem, 2 completely different outcomes. The difference? Control. Stress itself doesn't aid you. Your reaction to it does. Epictetus said it best. Men are disturbed not by things, but by their opinions about things. In other words, it's not the situation that harms you. It's how you choose to interpret it. Most men let stress eat them alive. Work pressure, financial struggles, relationship drama. They internalize it, overreact, and burn themselves out. Cortisol levels spike, sleep quality drops, and before they know it, they look 10 years older. Their face carries the weight of their uncontrolled emotions. A Stoic, however, trains himself to respond, not react. He sees stress for what it is, an external event that only has power if he allows it. Instead of panicking, he pauses. He detaches. He asks, "Is this within my control? If yes, take action. If not, let it go. Will this matter in a year? Most things won't." What's the best response here? Emotion is the enemy of logic. The world throws chaos at you every day. You can either let it age you, weaken you, and turn you into a bitter man, or you can master it. Control your stress, and you'll not only stay younger, you'll become unshakable. Number 4, eating like a slave to taste. Most men eat like undisciplined children, chasing taste and ignoring consequences. They stuff themselves with sugar, processed garbage, and empty calories, then wonder why they feel weak, tired, and older than they are. The Stoics ate for function, not pleasure. They understood that food is fuel, not entertainment. Seneca himself followed a simple, minimal diet, warning against indulgence because it makes men soft, both in body and mind. But modern men, they are slaves to their cravings. They eat whatever tastes good, no matter how much damage it causes. Sugar spikes their insulin, wrecks their energy, and accelerates aging. Processed food inflames their body, weakens their testosterone, and drains their mental clarity. Their gut is a disaster, their skin looks older, and their body lacks vitality. The solution? Eat like a warrior, not a child. Prioritize protein, meat, eggs, fish. These build strength. Cut sugar, every bite of it steals your energy. Ditch processed food. If it comes in a package with 20 ingredients, it's poison. Stay hydrated. Most men walk around dehydrated, wondering why they feel exhausted. A weak diet creates a weak man. A disciplined diet creates a sharp, focused, and powerful one. The choice is yours. Eat like a slave to your cravings, or fuel yourself like a man who's built for longevity. Number 5, weak posture and movement. Watch how most men carry themselves. Shoulders slumped, head down, moving through life like they have no purpose. They sit for hours, glued to screens, slowly turning into soft, lifeless versions of themselves. This isn't just bad for your spine, it's a sign of a weak mind. The Stoics knew that how you hold yourself reflects how you think. A man who stands tall, moves with purpose, and carries himself with strength commands respect, not just from others, but from himself. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, trained his body daily. He understood that a strong posture leads to a strong presence. But modern men, they age themselves faster by neglecting movement. Sitting all day tightens their muscles, weakens their back, and destroys their energy. Their body starts to break down, not from old age, but from inactivity. Weak posture tells the world, I have no discipline, I have no confidence, I am not a threat. The fix is simple, but most men are too lazy to do it. Walk like you have somewhere to be. Don't drag your feet. Move with purpose. Stand like you mean it. Chest up, shoulders back, chin level. Own the space you're in. Train your body daily. Lift weights, stretch, and strengthen your core. A weak body leads to a weak life. The way you move through the world matters. If you don't take control of your posture and movement now, your body will force you to when it's too late. Number 6, wasting time on useless arguments. Imagine 2 men. One spends his days building, improving, and sharpening his mind. The other, he's in a comment section arguing with strangers trying to prove he's right. One man gets ahead, the other wastes his energy on battles that don't matter. Seneca warned us, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy. In other words, most men waste their limited time thinking they have more of it. They argue about politics with people who won't change their minds. They debate opinions instead of taking action. They get sucked into pointless conflicts that do nothing for their growth. A Stoic doesn't do this. He knows that energy is a finite resource. Every minute spent arguing with fools is a minute that could have been used to build something meaningful. His body, his business, his future. The fix is simple. Ask yourself, does this argument change anything? If not, walk away. Recognize that most people don't want the truth. They want to win. Let them have it. Save your energy for real battles. Your discipline, your purpose, your mission. A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep. Stop wasting time proving points to people who don't matter. Master your focus, and you'll master your life. Number 7. Drinking and smoking like a fool. Look around. How many men are slowly destroying themselves thinking they're enjoying life? They drink every weekend, smoke like it doesn't matter, and convince themselves it's all just harmless fun. But there's nothing fun about self-destruction. The Stoics valued control above all. They understood that a man who cannot master himself is already a slave to his desires, his addictions, his impulses. And what do alcohol and smoking do? They strip you of that control. Alcohol weakens your mind. It dulls your focus, lowers your testosterone, wrecks your sleep, and makes you emotionally unstable. One night of heavy drinking can tank your testosterone for days, making you weaker, slower, and less driven. Do that repeatedly and you age yourself years ahead of time. Smoking? Even worse. It suffocates your body from the inside, destroying your lungs, skin, and energy. You may not see the damage immediately, but give it time. It will catch up. The truth is, every drink, every cigarette is a step toward decay. A Stoic doesn't trade long-term strength for short-term pleasure. He sharpens his body and mind instead of poisoning them. Ask yourself, are you in control, or are you being controlled? If you think you can't enjoy life without drinking or smoking, you're not free. You're dependent, and dependence is weakness. Drop the excuses, cut the poison, reclaim your discipline. Number 8. Avoiding sunlight and nature. Most men today live like caged animals, trapped indoors, breathing stale air, staring at screens all day. They wake up in darkness, sit under artificial light, and rarely step outside. Then they wonder why they feel weak, sluggish, and disconnected. You weren't built for this. Your body was designed to move under the sun, breathe fresh air, and connect with nature. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of nature, how it clears the mind and strengthens the spirit. Seneca warned against living in artificial comfort because it makes men soft. And modern science backs this up. Sunlight is a natural testosterone booster. Vitamin D is essential for strength, energy, and focus. Without it, you're weaker, physically and mentally. Fresh air sharpens your mind. Staying inside all day, surrounded by artificial air, lowers oxygen levels and drains your energy. Nature resets your stress levels. Walking outside, feeling the sun, and being around trees lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging. The fix is simple. Get at least 30 minutes of direct sunlight every day. No excuses. Walk outside daily, ditch the treadmill, and move in the real world. If you live in a city, find green spaces, parks, trails, anywhere you can breathe fresh air. A man who avoids nature is a man who weakens himself. Step outside, reconnect with the world. Your body and mind will thank you. Number 9. Being emotionally reactive. Aging isn't just about wrinkles and gray hair. It's about how you handle life. And nothing drains a man faster than being emotionally weak, constantly reacting to every little problem like a child. Think about the men who snap over traffic, lose their temper over minor setbacks, or let their emotions control them in relationships. They burn themselves out. Every outburst, every stress response floods their body with cortisol, the hormone that accelerates aging, wrecks testosterone, and makes them mentally weaker over time. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius, the ruler of the Roman Empire, had every reason to be reactive. Wars, betrayals, constant pressure, yet he remained calm. Why? Because he understood one truth. Emotions are impulses. Control them or be controlled by them. The solution: master your responses. Pause before reacting. Train yourself to take a breath before responding to anything emotional. Detach from problems. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a year? Most things won't. Expect difficulties. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Stop acting shocked when life isn't easy. Emotional control is the difference between a man who ages with strength and one who lets life destroy him. React less, think more. That's how you stay sharp. Number 10. Living without purpose. Nothing drains a man faster than drifting through life with no direction, no mission, no reason to get out of bed in the morning. A man without a purpose isn't just aging, he's already dying. Look at the men who live without drive. They waste time, chase distractions, and numb themselves with entertainment. They say they're just relaxing, but in reality they're decaying, mentally, physically, spiritually. Their energy is low, their motivation is gone, and every day feels the same. The Stoics understood that a man needs purpose. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that he had work to do, as a man, as a leader, as a servant to something greater than himself. Seneca warned that without a clear aim, life is wasted. The difference between a man who ages fast and one who stays sharp? A reason to keep going. Define your mission. What are you building? What are you fighting for? If you don't know, find out fast. Cut the distractions. Every hour wasted on meaningless activities is time stolen from your purpose. Commit to progress. Even small steps daily will keep you moving forward. A man with a purpose has energy that others don't. He wakes up with drive, he moves with intention, and he stays sharp long after others have faded. So ask yourself, are you just existing or are you living? Number 11, consuming garbage content. Your mind is like your body. Whatever you feed it, it becomes. And most men today are feeding their minds nothing but junk. Mindless TV, gossip, clickbait, negativity, pure mental poison. Then they wonder why they feel unmotivated, distracted, and weak. Seneca warned, people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful. Every hour wasted on useless content is an hour you'll never get back. Think about it. Watching reality TV doesn't make you better, it makes you dumber. Scrolling through drama-filled social media doesn't sharpen your mind, it rots it. Feeding on negativity, news, gossip, outrage doesn't make you informed, just stressed. A Stoic guards his attention. He chooses what enters his mind the same way a warrior chooses what enters his fortress. Garbage in, garbage out, strength in, strength out. The fix? Be ruthless with what you consume. Cut the noise. If it doesn't add value to your life, drop it. Feed your mind with wisdom. Read philosophy, study history, and learn from great men. Surround yourself with strong ideas. What you think about, you become. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Keep it sharp, because in the end, the quality of your thoughts will define the quality of your life. Number 12, complaining and making excuses. Every time you complain, you make yourself weaker. Every time you make an excuse, you age yourself. Because the more you focus on problems instead of solutions, the more powerless you become. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Most men do the opposite. They waste time blaming the government, their upbringing, bad luck, anything but themselves. They think complaining helps, but all it does is reinforce their weakness. Excuses are a slow death. They rob you of growth, discipline, and self-respect. And worst of all, they change nothing. Complaining about your job won't fix it. Making excuses for your bad habits won't improve your health. Blaming others won't make you stronger. The Stoic solution: take ownership. Stop talking, start doing. If something is wrong, fix it. If you can't, move on. Eliminate "I can't" from your vocabulary. The words you use shape your reality. Remind yourself that no one cares. The world isn't waiting to save you. Be your savior. Aging isn't just physical, it's mental. And the fastest way to age yourself is to adopt a victim mindset. Drop the complaints, kill the excuses, and take full control of your life. Number 13, neglecting brotherhood and real connections. A lone wolf may survive, but a strong pack thrives. The Stoics understood this. No man becomes great in isolation. Yet modern men are more disconnected than ever, replacing real brotherhood with shallow online interactions and empty distractions. Seneca wrote about the importance of true friendship, of surrounding yourself with men who sharpen you. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, relied on his closest advisors for wisdom and strength. Even the strongest men knew they needed others to stay sharp. But today, men isolate themselves. They live behind screens, scrolling instead of connecting. They mistake online debates for real conversation. They think being self-sufficient means pushing people away, when in reality it only makes them weaker. The truth is that isolation ages you. It makes you mentally weaker, emotionally unstable, and more likely to fall into bad habits. A man without a strong circle becomes bitter, lost, and eventually invisible. The fix? Build your brotherhood. Surround yourself with disciplined men. Iron sharpens iron. A weak company makes you weak. Prioritize real conversations. Talk about ideas, growth, and purpose, not just sports and nonsense. Stay connected. A strong circle will push you further than you can go alone. Aging isn't just about the body, it's about the soul. And nothing drains a man faster than going through life alone. Find your brothers, build your circle, and strengthen each other. Most men don't age because of time. They age because of their choices. Every bad habit we just covered is a slow form of self-destruction. The question is, what are you going to do about it? You can ignore this, keep chasing dopamine, make excuses and watch yourself decline. Or you can wake up, take control, and start living like a man who refuses to decay. The Stoics believed in action. Knowledge without action is useless, so don't just listen, apply. Pick one habit, eliminate it, and move on to the next. If you got value from this, subscribe to Virtual Stoic for more content that sharpens your mind and strengthens your discipline. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Now go, take control or keep fading. The choice is yours.